Well, how to replace your Honda motor oil using your least favorite brand of motor oil and least favorite brand of oil filter. So I'm going to show you this video. First, you need to have your supplies, either your favorite or least favorite, or whatever you believe in, quality or brand. That's your choice. You're going to need a whole slew of tools. You need an oil pan. You're going to need something soft, and you got to get your car up on rims. Next step, you got to remove that aluminum shield, aluminum skid plate, whatever that is. You have clips, you have something like that, you have couple bolts, 10 mils. So there's quite few things you gotta remove to get to it. That's why it's not that cheap to replace your engine oil filter and oil on those Civics, because there's a lot more work to do. First thing, we're gonna remove that skid plate. So next step, once skid plate is removed, drain the oil. First there is the drain bolt. You can see size 17 socket, and remove oil filter using oil filter wrench. That's it. Don't forget to replace your crush washer every time you do an oil change. It's amazing, people just don't think. Then we're gonna put bolt in once we remove the filter. Put a fresh brand new washer, and spec says 30 foot-pounds. I think it's excessive for aluminum oil pan. We'll do 20-25 and check if it's leaking. We'll torque it a little bit more. Of course, valvoline. Yeah, these places don't know what they're doing. Always clean oil filter surface and inspect, and surrounding area where there's oil juice, just to see if there is a problem and it's leaking. Install the clean fresh filter. Why clean? Because you want to make sure you have fresh oil hitting you in the gasket, not a dirty oil. And of course you can use brake parts cleaner to clean it if you really want to go that. As you can see, all this staining is the result of not wiping and not using clean oil for the gasket. That's a shame. No, that's what you get with quick lubes, you know. They are not known for quality, but they know for speed, because you can have quality and speed at the same time. It's either one or the other. Fresh washer, we just inspected everything there, and like I said, it says 30, but I think it's too much excessive for aluminum. We'll do 25, and we'll always check if it's leaking or not once we add the oil. Using torque wrench is always a good idea. So 25 is not much. Right here is 25, so we'll do 30. 30 foot-pounds, 29. Yep, even 30, it's perfect. That's it, it's clicking. So we're all done here. We'll wipe everything clean. We'll put the new filter. And of course, always pre-fill your oil filter. We're gonna pre-fill with fresh oil as much as we can. Why you wanna pre-fill? Is to prevent dry startup. So before we pre-fill, we're gonna check, make sure this is the right filter. Gonna check the threads. Yep, threads are good, slightly longer, and now we're gonna pre-fill it. We'll add more because it got absorbed, and this is to prevent dry start. We're gonna use some of this oil to lube the O-ring of the gasket. That's okay if it's too much. It will keep the surface, aluminum surface, lubed, prevents corrosion. Some people are panicking, oh, it has to be so. No. If you have moisture, aluminum corrodes. So that's why you want to make sure it's done correctly and lubed. So now we're going to install it. So we had to pre-fill it a couple of times because all the oil got absorbed. Okay, we have it's leaking there. As you can see, it got wet, but it's not a problem. We'll wipe it clean. So now and of course don't fill it all the way because all filters on angle, you don't want to be spilling oil. And of course, if you follow directions, usually says as soon as it touches 3/4 or 1, which is window here, so usually it stops. Even long before that. Well, actually, it's about there. Yeah, 3/4. You can see oil still there here. We're gonna wipe it, of course, clean. So now we're gonna add oil. We're gonna remove the cap, put the clean funnel, add 3.7. quarts. Don't overfill it. It never does any good by overfilling it. So we're about there, 3.7 quarts. So we're gonna start and check, make sure no leaks. And then once we lower the car, we'll check the level to be safe. And that's how you do to check the level. You have a dipstick here, and it should be between low and high for manufacturer's recommendations. You can't tell right now. Right now it looks like it is between high and low, but because car is raising and all the oil is flowing and circulating there, and that's it. And that's how you change your motor oil.